welcome to our next presenter is Tajaswini!
Hey everyone, I hope you are enjoying tonight. Before I start, there are some products that are kept on your table. It is 3 of them, red, yellow and this white. So you might have seen these products before in the supermarkets. Some might use it daily, some occasionally, and some might not like it. But have you ever thought that what makes it so special? Good evening everyone, my name is Tajaswini and I am a third year PhD student. My research is on biocompatible hydrogels. So coming back to the question, what makes them so special? These gels are made up of such structures that hold plenty of water, and this connection leads to the formation of gel. So, talking more about this structure, what do you think, which is the stiffer one?
Cherry, the red one.
Absolutely. What do you think, what is the weak one?
Yellow.
Honey, yeah. And what do you think, what is the unknown one?
The white.
What is this unknown and absolutely it's a hair gel. So my purpose to show is there are different strengths of gel and the unknown one lies in between the stiffer and the viscous one, the honey. So before starting, I need you to imagine something. Okay, these are some real samples from the lab and they are hydrogels. These are different from those that I presented before because they are only made up of water. Because you've got an idea of the texture, so I would ask now which is the stronger one? The options are A, B, C, D. What do you think? Someone said A. So if you look the first structure, it goes like this. Second structure is completely down, which is like, it's not something, a gel. And third, it's like a bit curvy. And the fourth one, yeah, so the fourth one is the stiff one. Why I'm showing you these sides? Because I'm trying to make gel stiffer. And this is one of the challenge. Tonight I'll share the story of what I'm trying to do in the lab. So, before that, you imagine something. Imagine you got a Lego box as a Christmas gift. And when you open the box, you scatter the pieces. Now someone would assemble those pieces to build something. But what if I say these pieces self-assemble itself to form a house? I know this sounds crazy, but trust me, this process is called self-assembly. And nature does it every time. So the bricks are just like small molecules that self-assemble together to form larger structures. Nature uses self-assembly everywhere, be it from plants called the green pigment that we study in high school. The chlorophyll complexes bind to build a big structure and acts like a solar panel during the photosynthesis process. Next is DNA. One strand finds a matching partner and forms a famous double helix structure. The third, protein folding. It folds into the precise shapes. Not only these, there have been self-assembly from nature to galaxies and stars, and it is only happening because of the mechanism of self-assembly. But I am interested looking into the self-assembly specifically in the gels and how it is working. So molecules which are at molecular level, not visible to the human eye, they are dissolved in water and so when they are dissolved in water, they don't remain as an individual molecule. they start interacting with each other following some interaction rules. And when they interact, they form kind of micelle. So micelle, a familiar example of micelle is when you dissolve soap into water, you see tiny bubbles. Those bubbles are very stable structure. It forms on its own. And that is the thing is happening here. The bubbles grow into size and forms a fibril. Multiple fibril connects each other and forms a 3D structure, network of gel, network of fibers, and those fibers are extremely important. They hold plenty of water. So the system isn't built, it automatically assembles. Isn't it amazing? It does everything on its own. So now you might think that why I am interested in specifically into hydrogels. Because as you see, it is made up of water. So hydrogel has a property of holding water molecules. It is rich in water and it behaves like a human tissue. So when it behaves like a human tissue, scientists are mimicking nature every time to create new materials. Be it from dentistry, old traditional practices of drilling the tooth and filling it with artificial materials have been replaced with soft materials. So the tissue repairs on its own. It's no need to remove the tooth from the body. Another technique is wound dressing hydrogels, where these kinds of hydrogels pads are being placed on the top of the skin and the skin heals itself. Third is drug delivery. Hydrogels are not only capable of storing plenty of water, but it stores drug as well. So it goes inside the body, targets the place and just delivers. The last one is my favorite. It is soft microfiber robots. These goes into the blood vessels and repairs the leak. For example, brain hemorrhage has been a major condition and it is very difficult to treat. What these microfiber does, they go in the blood vessels through the magnetic signal, gathers at the leak and blocks the leak. Now, you might be wondering that hydrogel is formed and everything is done, but no. As you see from the products kept in the table, tailoring the strength of the hydrogel is the biggest challenge. So to tailor the strength of the hydrogel, I need to tailor the length of the fibril, which is even not visible from the naked eyes. So that is the problem. The challenge is, imagine that the fibrils look like a long Lego bricks. Now, how I am changing these structures? I am changing these structures not by heat, not by chemical, just by sound. I apply sound and it does something amazing. The length is broken down, the shape is changed. The shape is changed which we cannot see. And then, surprisingly, when I make gels from the longer and the shorter structures, the longer gel tends to have less connections and weaker interactions. Whereas the broken length tends to have more interactions and stronger connections. So at the end, my research is all about improving the mechanical strength of the gel by breaking these structures through sound, and the structures are invisible through the eyes. Thank you, everyone.